This is a post-game analysis of what actually happened during the time lapse, and the world itself is very different from what we started out at in 1936, as currently as 1949. Europe, in particular, is a completely different place. A lot of the communists have managed to take over in multiple countries. For instance, we have the French Commune over here that have managed to take over a part of most of France, which happened somewhere in the 1930s. Um, Especially a big chunk of this happened during the German invasion. There was an uprising in northern France, and Germany tried to storm in, while at the same time initiating Operation Barbarossa into the Soviet Union. Both attacks did not go too well for the Germans themselves. The Reich failed very quickly with a full-on invasion of the British and the Soviets into the German heartland. In the end, this all culminated in the following. We got ourselves West Germany, a German republic, and East Germany. So this is truly a tale of three Germanys. However, I did notice something very strange, and I think this is a slight issue at the end of the game in terms of how everything ended up. If we actually go into the political mode and the diplomacy mode here, the German Republic, they got a lot of territory here. They got Oberbayern, Bohemia, Monrovia, basically all the areas they historically would have, and a lot of German territory is the historical Germany. However, it's all split up here. They don't have Sachsen, they don't have Hanover, etc., etc. But one thing that I find very interesting in this particular case is the following. West Germany and the German Republic is actually being led by the same person. Now, this could be a bug. This could be a character generated by the game and accidentally doubling it up. However, the German Republic and West Germany both have the same leader at this moment in time. It looks very strange, and right now it does look like it's an error in the end game peace treaty system. Overall, though, the rest of the world, for instance, Yugoslavia has taken vast swaths of northern Italy. All the rich territories are gone for the guys from Rome. France, like I said, has taken large parts of Italy as well. Also, a big chunk here of the Rhineland, which I find fascinating. Like Essen, like they got Bitburg. I don't think they have Köln. No, they barely lost out of the Rhineland, actually. But they did manage to take over a big chunk of the Moselland, which is pretty huge considering the industrial output of this area. Let's take a look at the rest of the world as well. We got a republic in Spain. They managed to outlive their civil war, but they quickly swapped to communist as well. In the rest of the world, there's just so many communist places here. Right now, it does look like Turkey is completely gone, overtaken by China and the Soviet Union. And in the case of the Soviet Union, this is very positive for them because they've got full control over the isthmus. And they will be able to push their fleets out in the oncoming Cold War, which is most likely to happen. But we're definitely looking at a very different landscape post-World War II. Let's take a look at the rest of the world here in Asia. As you can see, China and the Republic of China both have formed. Japan is currently a democratic state. They are not in any sort of faction. They do not like the German Republic at all, mainly because of generated world tension. But what I find fascinating here is that the People's Republic of China never really sprouted out over the rest of China itself, and it's kind of stuck here in northern China, as just China itself is still here. Taiwan under control of Japan. Pretty big deal here in terms of resources. And of course, the state of Japan taking over Korea and a large chunk of this territory as well. So Japan overall kind of came out as, in terms of technology and in terms of territory, on top of the rest of the world. And overall, even though they got Americans all over the place here, they're looking really strong. The rest of the world, looking at Africa, not much has changed. French Commune, of course, taking a large swaths of northern Africa, United Kingdom in Egypt, Sudan, and all the way down in towards South Africa. South America, still the same place. We got the Argentinian Republic that managed to form here. Same thing here in Peru as well as here in Mexico. So it looks like we've had a massive uprising in terms of territorial gain for the democratic republics in the Americas. But yeah, overall, it does look like Europe is significantly more communistic in this particular time frame. I hope you enjoyed this time lapse. We'll try to crank out some more and do some post-game analysis on the game as we go through, and I hope you enjoyed it. The game comes out in a couple hours. Hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy your conquests. Until next time, take good care of yourselves.